A new year means a fresh start for many people. I mean, it's a great time to make a renewed commitment to love your body and your mind.
Yeah, and today we are celebrating International Mind Body Wellness Day with Mint Yoga Studio. And owner Nikki Owens is here to help us start the new year off right. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Michelle and Pete. I'm so glad to be here.
So happy to have you here. Tell us about the benefits of mindfulness and yoga, because there are tremendous benefits,
Absolutely.
right?
There's a myriad of benefits when you can integrate an awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, and your body through movement, because there's this synchronicity of breath that helps us to clear out, you know, the clutter of the mind. And when you have that sensibility of breath and movement, you breathe better, you think better, you feel better, you move better.
Wow. I know that Mint Yoga Studios, you offer such a wide variety of different types of yoga classes. Are there specific classes that focus on breathing in particular that sort of helps refresh our mind and body?
Absolutely. Really good question, Pete. And essentially, all yoga classes should provide that awareness of breath because it's integral to a safe, steady, mindful practice, right? But there are, we have a meditation class that is actually donation-based, Friday evenings. And then again, all of our classes, in particular, if you want to like really move a little slower, the gentle classes, a beginner's yoga class are wonderful offerings. But in theory and in practice at Mint, any of our classes encourage, invite, and really hope that you will be practicing with an awareness of breath first and foremost. In fact, in many of the classes, the first thing you do is tune into
your
the
breathing,
awareness of the self, and then that breathing, where you notice the breath.
And I have taken your classes before, love them.
Thank you.
What do you hope people take away from yoga? Because it is so all-encompassing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are a couple of things. One of which is to feel better.
Yeah.
And to recognize that everybody can practice yoga. Yeah. And that it's a practice. Number one, it's never a performance.
Right.
And so every time you come to the mat is an opportunity to practice self-care and the awareness, the attunement of where you are in that moment with your breath that is settling and calming.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you can feel calm, again, you move better, you breathe better, and you can function better in the world.
Oh, this is fantastic. All right, so I know that, and yoga's for everybody, right? Like people with limited mobility like me, Michelle. I know you are ready to go here.
I'm the fiercest yogi when I'm doing things in my imagination.
There we go. All right, well, can you share a few movements with us today?
Sure. You know, again, I always say take the easiest pathway possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can always build. People get so focused on edges. Well, just recognize that there is an edge.
Okay.
And then don't even get focused on it.
And modify
based
upon where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just enough to just give your shoulders a gentle lift, maybe just some movement like this. It doesn't even require a squeezing. It might be just a and a ha, right?
And it's important to make that come out, that sigh.
Sensation of the breath. And then maybe, if it's possible for mobility, maybe you begin to extend the arms up a little bit and just like let the fingers just kind of just like settle and be wherever they are. You might even begin to lift the arms. That's not necessary for everybody. Again, it might be cactus. You might imagine yourself, some people think goalpost, right? And then the thing about when you open your arms and when you start expanding across the chest, you're getting something for your shoulders.
Right.
You're warming up the body, actually. You're opening up this whole cavity to create space. But then you can also cool the body down in forward folds. So this is the kind of thing that can be done sitting in a chair, standing up, where you're opening here. If you don't want to open and lift the arms up, like this, and then you can forward fold, and there's a soft bend into the knees. When you fold, you're folding at the hips. That is important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never at the waist. We want to keep the spine long, and it doesn't require hands coming down here. It might be hands at the thighs. It might be a soft use of a wall or chair or table that supports you so that you can begin to feel into your feet, the balls of the feet, the center of the feet, the toes, and then begin to rise up.
Now, Nikki, if there's one simple move that people can do in the morning, what would it be? Is it this, this,
Absolutely.
or what?
Absolutely. And it's funny how our bodies are. Don't we stretch in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unconsciously. Sometimes it's when you wake up, you go, ah, that's what you do in yoga.
Yeah.
And so it might be that stretch of a lift like this. It might be a stretch of a lift and open up the palms like this.
Yeah.
Where you're, again, opening just enough that you're almost giving yourself a mini back bend. And in
about
that
that?
mini back bend,
It
right?
feels good.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
that
yeah.
mini,
Yeah.
that spinal extension, we're lengthening
See,
the
now
spine.
you like doing, you know,
Oh,
the poses
Michelle, you're
and
feeling
everything
it now.
here.
Michelle
I
is
am.
feeling balance. So you know what? Michelle's
For a minute
demonstrating a phenomenal treat. And so the cool thing is the balance is right here, even though one foot is down. Your center of balance, which is different for everybody,
Right.
is in a center of self.
Yeah.
But some days, well, you don't want to stand on one foot. If you're blessed and you can,
If you can
sit
do it.
down,
Yeah.
if you're blessed and you can stand up, use
Oh,
both.
yeah, that's another
and
Do it.
become a mountain.
So,
love
Nikki,
it.
if somebody's interested in your classes, what should they do?
Oh, goodness. Call me, text me, visit, maybe not text, email,
Yeah.
but visit us at Mint Yoga Studio, www.mintyogastudio.com. We're located in Fort Thomas, Kentucky, which is just across the river. We have parking in the front and
Yeah.
parking in the back.
Yeah, it's
and a
easy.
variety of classes,
Yeah.
Sunday through Saturday, to meet everyone's needs. And then this is other very important. All of our teachers teach. And so when you come, you will be experiencing the guidance of teachers with thorough knowledge to support
important.
any student at their level.
Love it.
Thank you so
I feel
much.
better
Nikki, I
already.
appreciate you.
Namaste.
Yes,
Namaste.
thank you,
I'm a
Nikki.
namaste you too. Here we go. All right.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.